Scott. The NBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Game Time, your home for the lowest price tickets, last minute tickets, lowest price, absolutely right there at Game Time. Download the Game Time app today. Use promo code SGPN for $20 off. We're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Sign up today using promo code NBA SGPN. Then go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/dog and enter our bonus contest. 5 winners will receive shirts, hats, and a $50 SGPN gift card. We're also brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets, the sports betting research platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit HOLBets.com. Use code SGPN to get 50% off your first month and start making smarter bets today. Yes, sir. We're back with another edition of the NBA Gambling Podcast and the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. Know me, know the voice, know the guy. It's me, really real, villain real. It's Terrell Furman Jr. here at your service.
Than to have a world party on the day you came to be. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Oh, it's a lit day. It was gonna be a great day. It still could be a great day. We'll see. Something, there was a bunch of ways that I thought how I was going to start my birthday show today and how we were going to do the intro. And I was going to talk about everybody whose birthday today because, Scott, we have a lot of birthdays in the association today. But I came across a video. Scott, do you know the one place that I'll never visit?
Australia.
I will never go to Australia. I don't know if this... So I'm a WWE fan. They're over in Australia right now.
Okay.
They posted a video, and I don't know if this is an Australian thing. I don't know if people do this everywhere, but I saw this, and it just reminded me. And as much as I love our Australian listeners, they have offered me a place to stay so that I can come and understand that Australia is not as bad as I make it to be. But Scott, you have to see this video.
This might be the proudest moment of my life, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, to Australia, cheers.
Scott, they just drank out of their shoe. Scott,
Yeah.
Scott, they just drank out of their shoe. Do you put the shoe back on?
Yeah, you've never seen that before? It's called a shoey.
You put the shoe. So this is something that. Oh my gosh.
That's a thing.
So
I only found out about it through UFC. There was one fighter from, I don't remember if he was Momoan or if he was from Australia initially or both, but either way, that became a thing. So yeah, I was aware that was a thing.
Oh my gosh. What? In the
Yes,
shoe. So when they pulled the shoe
Tuivasa
off,
was the one who did that. The UFC fighter, Tuivasa.
when they pulled the shoe off, I was very, very skeptical when they pulled the shoe off, and I didn't want to think that it was going to go there. And I was like, maybe they'll put the can in the shoe and they'll still drink out of the So you pour the drink in your shoe?
Yeah, and then you drink it from the shoe.
So do you put the shoe back on, or is it just you lost the shoe now?
No, you put the shoe. You either put the shoe back on, you wait for it to dry, but eventually you put it back on. I don't know what you do after that. I don't know if you have to like wash it afterwards.
Anthony
You just let it happen. But
Anthony says the Canadians do it too. Oh my gosh.
I've never done one myself, but I was aware.
I've never heard of shoey before. And so you put the shoe back on?
At some point you do. You don't have to do it immediately after.
Strutter says, no, we do not do that. No, Canadians. Well, I didn't mean to start a Canadian civil war in the chat. He said, maybe I generalized the entire country based off a couple guys I know. Oh man. That got me today. That got me today. I did not know. I did not know about a shoey until today. Man. And then he was like, "This is the greatest thing I've ever done in my life." Like, oh man.
It's kind of
Shoey?
embraced into the actual culture. It's kind of become a
I'd
thing.
have to get like a brand new shoe, that's still in the box, and then bring it to the bar and then use that shoe. I don't want to use my shoe. I have to put that shoe back on. I hate wet socks. Wet socks. Ooh, wet socks piss me off. I
Does
hate
anybody
wet socks.
like wet socks to counter that? I don't think anybody likes
I
wet
would
socks.
love to hear somebody that says they like wet socks. Like I can't.
Just saying I don't like wet socks isn't exactly a hot take. That's pretty standard. But
Scott Studio Reichel. Scott, what's going on?
Scotty, beat me up.
Surprise.
yeah, doing pretty well. Happy birthday. Hopefully you enjoy it. I know you had a
Appreciate
nice Knicks win. It was a premature
Yeah.
birthday celebration, but that worked out well for you. Can't complain. Had the Hornets last night. That team continues to cash tickets. Money line spread doesn't matter. Team's been really good lately. Utah laying 9.5. They can't guard anybody, so that worked out well. Avdia no-showed the game, though, for the Dogs, so that didn't work out, but still, at least we got the lock done. Yeah, can't complain.
Yeah. Good hit. I mean, I think it's so funny. Before we get to the games, the only thing I want to talk about, I think it's so funny that PJ Washington was in the press after the Mavericks win. Like, man, I feel like this is the longest win streak I've had in my career. And then as I turned the channel back over, Charlotte is securing a win over Utah to get their 4th win of the season as well. So it's like, hey, that's literally a win-win. Like, literally a win-win. Oh, man. PJ Washington's hilarious for that. I think it's funny. Like, that Charlotte is now on a 4. Charlotte's the hottest team in the league by a
Well,
betting perspective.
it would be
by
Dallas.
far.
Dallas and Boston, I think, have each won
No,
7
but
or 8
Charlotte
straight.
but the money line on Charlotte these 4
Yeah.
games.
It's been crazy.
were-
I tweeted
yeah.
about it. I have it listed. I could pull that up, but each underdog, I believe each underdog price was plus 170 or higher. I think yesterday they were close to like 370.
They're like plus 350. It was like plus
Yeah, give or
350,
take.
plus 360.
So they've been an absolute money-making machine.
Absolutely. Shout out to the Charlotte Hornets, who are now not the worst team in the league.
No.
I think
Wizards closing in. I mean,
I'm pretty sure,
yeah.
when they said they were moving Jordan Poole to the bench, I pretty much dubbed the Wizards as the worst team in the league. Like,
By the way,
it's
to
not
read off the money line prices for the last 4 games, plus 350 against Utah, plus 220 against Atlanta, plus 400 against Indiana, plus 170 against Memphis. That's the streak. So,
Yeah.
There you go.
Thanks, Starters, for reminding me against the Jazz. Yes, it was against the Jazz, but well, not in defense of the Jazz, but in defense of the Hornets, there was no way you could lay 9.5 with the Jazz right now.
Yeah, they don't guard anybody.
Oh man, yeah, not at all. All right, Scott, let's go ahead and get into the games. We have how many games we got on the slate today? We got a bunch of teams on a back-to-back. A bunch of teams on a back-to-back today. Here we go. Before we do that, got to talk to you about Game Time. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. And guess what? You don't have to worry about hunting anybody down outside of the arena, outside of the stadium, outside of wherever you're out, outside of the dome. In case you're a dome person, I'm a dome person, but I will still go with the anti-dome propaganda. But I kind of like domes. I don't like being cold. Either way, whatever you're outside of, you don't have to worry about hunting somebody down. You can get the tickets with the Game Time app. Super easy. And guess what? If you find tickets in the same section and row for less after you get them, Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. Download the Game Time app to create an account and use code SGPN for $20 off your first purchase. Again, create an account and redeem code SGPN for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. We are also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy, NBA, NHL, soccer, college basketball. Just pick higher or lower on your favorite player in those leagues, in their fantasy stats, and you can cash in big. We're going to drop an Underdog pick'em lineup at the end of the show, and we're teaming up with Underdog to give you even more of a bonus. Sign up between now and the end of the month, and 5 winners are going to receive an Underdog hat, an Underdog shirt, and a $50 SGPN gift card. Sign up today using promo code NBA SGPN. That's NBA SGPN. And then go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/dog to enter the contest for your chance to win when you sign up with the promo code NBA SGPN. Don't forget, you'll get that double your first deposit up to $100 as well. NBA SGPN is that promo code for Underdog Fantasy. All righty, here we're back. Chat is lit. Chat's moving. Eddie's talking about smoke a B-Day blunt on camera. Fucking take a shot. No, I'm not about to do all of that this early in the morning, but
That's the
I will be
post-game
on the
show.
vibes later. Yeah, post-game show. Very much post-game show. Shout out to Eddie. All right. Toronto Raptors on the road going to play the Atlanta Hawks. Hawks open up -5.5. They're up to -7. 246 is the total. Injury report here for these two teams, and don't really have much on the Toronto Raptors. They beat the shit out of the Nets yesterday. Woo-wee, that Futures episode ain't starting off well. But the Raptors beat the shit out of the Nets yesterday, so we will see about an injury report on them a little bit later in the day. For the Hawks, Clint Capella is back. Onyeka Okongwu still out. Wesley Matthews is not on the injury report, so he looks like he's going to play as well. While I pull up what the Raptors do on back-to-back, Scott, what are you looking for here? -7 with the Hawks.
Over. I mean, I feel like that's basically it. I mean, you could argue that there's value on Toronto because Atlanta shouldn't be laying 6.5 to anybody. I get it because Toronto played yesterday, but they coasted. So I don't think fatigue's going to be that big of an issue for them in this game. But I am going to lean to the Raptors because I definitely can't take the Hawks. I like the over, though. I just expect to see a lot of points. Both teams aren't exactly great defensively. They can play up tempo. Atlanta's kind of an auto over because it feels like every game they have reaches 250. Just give me the over 245.5 or 246, whichever number.
All right, we have for the Toronto Raptors on a back-to-back this season, 3-7 ATS. 3-7. That is third worst in the NBA at 3-7 ATS this season. All right, I can't lay. I even though I say that, I can't lay with Atlanta. And maybe this is, and you know what? Maybe this is Atlanta's turn of the season. We always see it after the All-Star break. There's like one team that was bad that goes on a little bit of a run, and they may not be a good team, but they just get hot in the second half of the season. And we see some teams that were hot that probably fall off a little bit. And maybe Atlanta falls into the category of a team that was really, really bad ATS in the first half and then comes back in the second half and starts to balance it out. Regression back to the mean, something like that. I'm not betting on it. Toronto +7. But I love the over. I'm with you. Yeah. Not even questioning that. Give me the over 246 here. I'm with you on that. All right. Player props. Anything like in this one?
Well, I think I got to look at Trae Young assists in this game. It's at 11.5, but still. He's gone over in 7 of the last 10. I'm expecting points from both teams. So if you want to go with quickly, I don't mind that either. It's tough to find unders that I actually like in this matchup. But I think I'm just going to be looking at Trae to go over his assists probably quickly. PA maybe. I think he might be in line for good game 2. I know Barnes is good yesterday. I don't know if he's going to be able to duplicate that, but maybe he will. Who knows? Yeah, I don't really see much that I truly love. I mean, RJ Barrett points at 19.5. I don't mind the over, but I'm not a big Barrett guy. Do you like Jakob Poeltl rebounds at 8.5?
Yeah, not as much as before when Capella and Okongwu was out. Like if this was Fernando, I'd probably be on it, but Capella might give him a little bit of problems because Jakob Poeltl really be pissing me off sometimes. I think that the play I'm looking towards is what's the line on Jalen Johnson today? What's his points?
I believe that was 15.5. I think.
Yeah, 15.5. You look at what he's doing in his last 5 games. He's gone over 3 of the last 5. But the most important thing is how he's doing in scoring. It's actually top 15 in the NBA over the past 5 games with points in the paint scoring. He gets about 12.4 in the paint. So I think that bodes well for 15.5 points total. If he can get somewhere around that production of just scoring easy, getting by the basket, being able to offensive rebound, defensive rebound like he's been. Yeah, I think I like Jalen Johnson props today. So points prop, maybe a points and rebounds prop. I like Jalen Johnson to have a pretty good game here against the Raptors. Anything else you got?
Yeah. No, that's basically it.
All right. Let's move on to the next one. We've got. Whoa. Wrong
The
button.
Cavs next.
Oh, 10. 10. Yeah, the Cavs game. Cleveland Cavaliers on the road going to play the Philadelphia 76ers. Cavs are laying 4.5. 228.5 is total injury report for these two. And we have TBD on Donovan Mitchell. He didn't play yesterday with an illness. Tristan Thompson still suspended, if anybody was wondering. And for the Philadelphia 76ers, DeAnthony Melton is in. When the last time we heard DeAnthony Melton playing? And Joel Embiid still out for a while. No Robert Covington as well. Let's see what these two teams do because both of them are coming off of a back-to-back, I believe, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Both teams lost yesterday.
So we have the Cavs who are 3-4-1, and we have the Philadelphia 76ers who are 4-6. So
in Cleveland's defense, they lost to Orlando, but Mitchell ended up not playing. So in their defense, Donovan Mitchell was sitting that game with illness. So we'll see if he's back for this game. Yeah, Philly, you want to make a case for them in this game because I get they're at home. You could argue that it's a good spot to maybe buy low on them. Is it? Like, this team's just not very good. It's not their fault. They're missing their best player, the probable MVP of the league if he didn't get injured. This Philly team just doesn't have it. Just simply put, it is what it is. You build your entire roster around one guy, and the guy gets hurt, and they're in shambles at this point. They were down 26, I think, at the half to the Knicks. They made the game competitive for maybe a couple minutes, and then the game was immediately a double-digit game again. I can't take Philly right now. They have to figure it out. They got to reinvent their identity. Assuming Mitchell plays, I'm going to lean to Cleveland.
Yeah. I really do think that there is a second half surge coming for Philadelphia. I think that if they can just abandon the slow pace, admit that you have Tyrese Maxey who can run everybody's shoes out of the gym, and then you have a whole bunch of shooters, like you have a whole bunch of opportunity for this offense to be really good, and it just feels like they're kind of stagnant right now. So I really think that they're going to figure it out. Nick Nurse is a good coach. He's going to make the adaptations. There we go. That he needs to make. But I'm with you. I'm going to Cavs here, especially if Mitchell plays. But if it's no Mitchell, I think I'll take points. Especially the home dog.
Cleveland hung in there, lost to Orlando while you're missing your best player. There's really no shame in that.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But Philly, look, it's not their fault, but they're just not very good right now. So
yeah. I think it's going to change, though. I really do think it's going to change. Hopefully I'm right, and it just changes after this game. But Cavs minus 4.5 for me.
Okay.
All right. Total's at 228.5.
It's tricky because Philly defensively has not been great.
Why is this
lately,
going down? Why is this going down?
Because both teams are on a back-to-back, probably. That might be why it's factored in. I think I'm going to lean under. I don't feel great about the total in this game. It's just going to be a pass for me, but I don't feel like amazing about it. You know,
I feel like everybody would be playing the over. There's no reason this should have gone a point down. Yeah, give me under 228.5. Gut call. I don't like the line movement there. I feel like everybody should be on the over because Philly's defense has been horrible, but it could be on the way up. Like I said, teams really start to switch up. This is where we start to figure out who's who. That first week after the All-Star break, we start to figure out who's who for the rest of the season. Player props, what you like here?
For player props, Mobley rebounds I'm tempted by. Philly got killed on the boards yesterday, which I expected. It's why I picked the Knicks to win the game. Achua had a bunch of rebounds. I don't believe Hardenstein really did much, but the Knicks just had so many second chances. And I see the same thing happening here. If you're going to get killed on the boards by Achua and company, have fun with Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. So I'll take the rebound props for Cleveland here. I think that's a good line for them. Garland had a double-double with assists yesterday. That's not happening again if Mitchell's playing. So maybe we'll get an inflated number on Garland, maybe. But, yeah, I think looking at this overall spot, I'm going to stick with rebound props for Cleveland. It's not Philly's fault. They just can't rebound the ball.
Yeah, I'm waiting for those props to come out as well, but I'm on the rebound props as well. I'm not gonna fade Garland automatically because Mitchell is back in. But if Mitchell is out, I definitely do like another double-double for Darius Garland. All right. Appreciate everybody for all the birthday love. Appreciate it. I see all the comments coming through. All right. Let's see. Next game on the note. Before we get to that, we got to talk to you about Hall of Fame bets. Look, sports betting analytics platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Research everything from NBA, soccer with historical stats and data. Plus, they got the revolutionary parlay optimizer tool where they'll break your parlay down by leg. It'll give you expected probability, hit rate, all of that stuff. Stop betting dark. Join over 30,000 users researching with Hall of Fame bets. Download Hall of Fame bets app or visit HOFBets.com. Use code SGPN to get 50% off your first month. Start researching, start winning with Hall of Fame bets. All right. We're back with another play here. We got who is this? The Phoenix Suns are on the road. Back-to-back for them as well, playing against the Houston Rockets. 33.5 is the total. Suns laying 4 here. Open up 3.5, and it's now at 4. The total's gone up as well a bunch in this game. Injury report here. Don't have anything for the Suns. Bradley Beal, unlikely to play. Look like he's going to miss the first 2 games coming out of the All-Star break. What is he dealing with? What is it, a hamstring?
It's a hamstring.
What is it? Yeah.
I think it's a hamstring.
And for the Houston Rockets, don't really have much else for you. They're on a back-to-back too. They just got, destroyed by the Pelicans, no BI.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Man, it's a lot of bad teams in the league. It's a lot of bad teams in the league that are just skating by, getting wins because there are teams that are worse than them. But here we are, Houston 5-4-1 on a back-to-back this season. Phoenix 5-4. So pretty much identical there. Yeah, not bad. All right. I'm not taking the Rockets. I'm not taking
the Rockets either. No.
Yeah, I'm not.
I know they're at home. Right. They're better at home, but they've been really bad recently. The only win they've had that I can remember is the Brunson foul, which was debatable. But the point is they've just not been in good form. Simply put, they've just not been very good, and I'm not going to back them because of it. So give me Phoenix.
Yeah, that's really that's really easy. It's really nothing to talk about. I'm actually tomorrow. Let's see what tomorrow, because tomorrow says he likes the Rockets. He actually has a lock emoji next to the Rockets. Tomorrow says that Rockets 9-4 ATS is home dogs. Rockets revenge spot after getting spanked by the Suns last game. Yeah, and the Suns looking ahead to the Lakers is another. I mean, I get the narrative there, but from just the eye test, man, this Rockets team just doesn't look good. Like, they just don't look good. I don't want to bet on that. I understand the spot, and I love backing home dogs, especially home dogs with a really, really good ATS record. But I can't. I don't know how I feel comfortable with them here. Like, I really don't.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
All right. Yeah. All right. Tomorrow's on the Rockets. We're pretty easily taking Phoenix here. Luis is questioning if he's going to take the Rockets or Phoenix as well. 233.5 is the total here. What are we doing, Scott?
I think I'm going to lean under because I just don't trust Houston to actually score the basketball. There's not a very good offensive team, is what it is. I'll lean under. Maybe you'll see the Suns sit people. I don't think they're going to because they lost to Dallas in that game yesterday, but I'm going to lean under on it. It's mostly just Houston not exactly wowing me offensively. They don't play fast. They don't play efficient. That's kind of going to kill the total for me. So I'm going to lean to the under.
I think I disagree. I'm going to continue, even though I lost some points. I'm going to continue to go over 233 here. And it's really because of how good they are at home as a dog. Like, I'll give them credit. They are good at home as a dog. And so I think that they'll be able to score. I just don't think that they're going to be able to match the 130 not Philly, but Phoenix is about to pull it up. I really don't. So, yeah,
I'm hoping Houston
at
home. Yeah, I'm hoping Houston brings it defensively at home. That's kind of my main argument, I guess.
All right. We're on opposite sides of the total. Player props of what's available. What do you like?
Oh, what's available is the key word there because I'm trying to think of what I actually like in this game. I might be kind of tempted by Nurkic rebounds in this game, but it's mostly just because I think that his actual frame can handle Şengün to some degree. So I actually wouldn't mind Nurkic in this matchup. Booker at 35 last night. So if you want to go for Booker again, I don't mind it. Let me just quickly see what Booker's points prop is at. But who do you think Dylan Brooks is going to guard? I'm assuming you give him Booker and you tell Jabari good luck and you give him Durant. Is that basically the idea?
Probably. I would think so, especially
Probably.
with how Booker's playing. He just dropped 35 the night before. Like,
Yeah, I mean, his point total is at 28.5, so that's kind of why I'm looking at Booker points. But I don't really see much I like in this game. It's kind of just a weird spot between two teams that are. I mean, the Suns are better than Phoenix, but both teams don't exactly wow me based on recent form. So I think I'm just gonna kind of pass on the game for the most part. You have anything? I mentioned Nurkic rebounds, but I don't really have much. Maybe Eric Gordon threes against his former team. If you want to go with that angle.
oh yeah, well you could talk yourself into that. I think that I consider KD points. I think KD, like you said, I think that the matchup is Brooks versus Booker, so that kind of opens things up for KD a little bit. Considering the KD points and rebounds type deal too, just because I think that Nurk and Şengün are going to be battling down there and kind of cancel each other out. KD clean up on the glass a little bit, but yeah, not too much here for me. Although I do think it goes over, so I should like points. I should like a lot of points.
Anything else you want to move
I
on?
might end up getting on Jabari Smith's points. I feel like he was been good recently. All right. Amen rebounds. Yeah, no, Amen. What did he end up finishing with?
I mean, I used to be a big fan of the prop, but then Van Vliet came back, so now I was waiting to see how his minutes would unfold. But
yeah, but I'm pretty sure I was following that for like the early part of that game, and then I moved on. But let me see. What did
he had 5.
Yeah, he had 5. So 22 and 5. Yeah, but he had the 5, and he had 3 early, and I was like, dang, because the prop was at 4.5, and I'm like, man, he had 3 early. He's gonna fly over. Kind of a little concerning. He only had 5, but I still think the room is an opportunity is there. Like, I like the Thompson brothers and how they can rebound in basketball. So
I might be
think
tempted
I
by
would
the
play
points
that.
on him.
I would play that.
He's had 19 plus points in 2 straight games. And maybe the points are worth a look for Rahman.
He still got 28 minutes, like regardless. Now that could be because it was a blowout and they gave him a little bit more extra. This could be a little bit more competitive game, but nah, I still think the Suns gonna cover. So yeah, Amen should have a pretty solid game. He should still be able to get north of 25 minutes for sure. All right. Let's see. Next game on the slate, we have the Washington Wizards traveling to play the Oklahoma City Thunder. And our first birthday game. Happy birthday, Mark Dagnall.
I'm so happy you did not say Jordan Poole. So happy you didn't say Jordan Poole. I don't know where it was going. I'm just happy it's not Poole.
Mark Dagnall, coach of the Oklahoma City Thunder. It is his birthday today. OKC's laying 16 at home here. 241.5 is the total. Injury report here for these two teams. And we have for the Washington Wizards who played yesterday. Don't really have anything because they played yesterday. OKC played yesterday as well. Nothing here. Why are all these teams playing a back-to-back right out after the All-Star break? Like, I think that's kind of crazy now that I think about it. It's actually, I feel like that's crazy. Like, right after the All-Star break, all of these teams are playing back-to-back games. Half of them with travel. Yikes.
Not
all
ideal.
right. The Wizards 3-6 ATS on a back-to-back this season. OKC second in the league, 6-3 ATS on a back-to-back this season. It's pretty simple here, Scott. I mean, one, I just like OKC, and Shea and OKC is an auto bet pretty much. But 2, we have Mark Dagnall and his birthday game. Got to go show out for the coach on his birthday and cover the 16. But now, and I know before the All-Star break, Washington was covering all of these games. They weren't winning, but they were covering. I think that they might have hit the All-Star break came at a bad time. So we're about to start playing bad basketball because Jordan Poole coming off the bench looked really bad. This team didn't look good.
What was he again? 3 of 17?
It's not good. It's not good. He's not used to coming off the bench again. And he definitely didn't want to come off the bench to these guys in Washington. Yeah, we're just going to lay the 16 here, guys. Very, very easy. Scott, are you with me?
I'm on the fence about it, but I probably will agree with you. They play the Rockets up next, so not exactly a look-ahead spot at all. So I think they're going to be focused for this game. I don't know if the birthday angle matters or not, but the Thunder, I just think, are obviously one of the best teams in the league record-wise, and you're looking at the Wizards. Jokic had one of the dumbest stat lines I've seen in 3 quarters. I remember what he had. He had 19. He had what do you have? 17 points, 19 rebounds, 13 assists, 8 of 8 from the floor in 3 quarters. It was just completely stupid. Shea's going to walk into 31 points exactly in every game he plays in. That's just kind of the thing. But the Wizards are not very good. Just simply put, they were supposed to be tanking. They are. They're a mess. I'm going to agree with you. I don't think it's going to be easy, though. I think Washington might hang in there. Maybe they'll threaten to backdoor the thing, kind of like the Denver game yesterday. But I do think the Thunder do enough to win this game by about 20. So I'll lean to OKC.
All right. Total sitting at, where's the total at again? It's at 241.5, and I think that actually moved. It went down a point, Scott. 241.5. What are you doing?
I think I'm going. The Thunder play with so much pace, but defensively they've actually been good lately. They held the Clippers to 107, held the Magic to 113. They held the Kings to 113 as well. I might lean to the under in this game, actually. I think I prefer a team total if I was going to take OKC because they might score 130 in this game. I'm just not sure how much Washington's going to contribute. If Poole's going to be that bad and he's coming off the bench, I know Kuzma was pretty good yesterday rebounding the basketball, but I just don't think this Washington team's that efficient offensively. But the pace should be nuts. So I think I'm going to lean under, but I don't really have much in this spot. I'm on the fence for the total.
Yeah, I'll take the under 241.5. I feel pretty good about it. Washington before the break was playing pretty solid defense, and I just don't think Washington's going to score. Honestly, I think that it really looked like really, really bad basketball, like to the point you don't want to watch the game. Like it really looked like bad basketball on one side of the ball. So I can't trust you to score. OKC may score 130, but there might not be any contribution on the Washington side at all. So I'm going to just go ahead and take the under or a Washington team total under. That would be the play for me. All right. Player props. Of course it's Shea. Might as well go exact for 31.
I think I'd rather take first quarter Shea because I am worried about him getting benched at some point in this game if the Thunder just absolutely rout them.
Good point.
I might prefer first quarter. Because if Shea's going to drop 31 and a half and he's going over, he plays basically every minute of the first quarter every game. So he's probably having 12 plus in the first quarter, right?
Yep.
So I probably look at the first quarter points instead.
And it gets to the line, man.
Yeah.
So easy to rack up those first quarter points when you're at the line, 3-4 times in the quarter.
And the Wizards have no rim protection. They have what? Bagley, who's never been viewed as being a good defensive player.
Yeah. Shea's going to cook them. He's going to cook them. All right. Let's see here. Abdia.
I tried it yesterday. I'm not going to go back to it. But
Today's the day. Today's the day. It's the day. Today's the day. Because we know how OKC is. We know OKC can't rebound them all.
But Kuzma took so many rebounds. That's the problem. Kuzma, I think, had 11 rebounds last night.
I know. They're going to swap. It's going to be Abdi and Bagley
swap?
today.
Right.
Yeah, it's going to be Abdi and Bagley today. Kuzma's going to do scoring. And yeah. That's how it's going to happen. So Abdia over 7.5, Bagley over 6.5, Kuzma over 20.5. That's how it's going to happen today.
I thought about maybe Tyus Jones assists, but once again, I'm not sure how many points the Wizards are going to score. So I don't know if I could actually take that. I don't mind Chet blocks, though. This Wizards team's going to test everybody at the rim for no reason. It's not going to work out, but I think Chet's going to get some blocks.
It's a nice SGP you can get in this game. There's a nice one that you can make for this one. All right. Next game up, we have the Los Angeles Clippers laying 9 on the road against the Memphis Grizzlies. 221.5 is total. Clippers on a back-to-back who are towards top of the league, 5-3 in back-to-backs this season, ATS. Injury report for these two teams, and we have for the Clippers. Don't really know what to tell you. They're on a back-to-back. Just keep watch. You know how the Clippers can get. I'm just leave it at that. Y'all know how the Clippers can get. For the Grizzlies, Derrick Rose is not on the injury report. Luke Kennard is not on the injury report. John Conchar is not on the injury report. Jaren Jackson Jr., Triple J, he is probable. Jake LaRuvia is expected to be available. No Desmond Bain, no Marcus Smart, no Scottie Pippen Jr., no Brandon Clark, and of course, no John Morant.
You want to make a case?
Yeah, they haven't covered this line all season against the Grizzlies.
Okay. That's a good starting point.
Very, very good starting point. I mean, we've been backing the Grizzlies as enormous home dogs for a pretty long stretch. They have their couple of games that they fold, but they've been pretty good defensively, been good covering the line as a home dog, and they're going up against the Clippers team that they just have their number this season. Like, it hasn't been like they going out there and they're winning these games, but they're keeping it close and they're keeping them honest. So, I mean, why start now? In 3 games, they haven't covered this line. I don't know why I'm going to start now. Give me the Grizzlies plus 9.5.
I'm on the fence for this one. I'm not going to overreact too much to the game yesterday because I've said multiple times this season the Clippers are awful against small ball lineups. And I think the Thunder are just a really bad matchup for the Clippers from what I've watched in the regular season meetings this season. So I'm not totally shocked the Thunder won. The margin was surprising, but I'm not surprised the Thunder won the game. The issue is the Grizzlies offensively, I'm not sure if they're good enough, but as you said, they have been competitive against the Clippers this season. I think I'm going to lean to the Clippers, though. I'm just hoping for a really pissed off team that got buried first game out of the All-Star break. I'm hoping they show something in this game. I'm going to lean Clippers. I'm not going to bet it, full disclosure, but I do think it's a spot where I'm hoping emotionally the Clippers are more invested in this game than they probably would be if they were even in a close loss to the Thunder. I'm hoping they give a good showing here, but I'm not going to bet it because, as you said, the Grizzlies have given the Clippers some problems.
Hey, man, this could be one of those situations where you have a team that was super duper hot going into the All-Star break and they cooled off. And you could kind of play that for both sides because Memphis got that win against the the Bucks, got that win against the Bucks before the break. And then the Clippers just had like one of the really, really good run before the All-Star break and vaulted themselves up to first place at one point. So could be a situation where, hey, you kind of stumble out the gates early. And so I'm with Memphis. The total here is 221.5. I'm banking on Memphis defensively, keeping them in this game. This is one of those ugly Memphis games that goes 105, 100 final under 221.5. I'm probably going to bet that. I'm not going to lie. I'm probably going to bet that.
I'm on the fence here because if I'm picking the Clippers to win, I actually don't know if that benefits the over or the under. Probably the over because that involves them scoring 120 and change. I guess I'm leaning over. Once again, not exactly a game I'm thrilled about. So,
all right, yeah. All right, play props. Anything else you got? No.
No. Nothing really that important. I thought about maybe. I don't know if I want Jaren Jackson under for blocks because once again the Clippers do take a lot of jump shots. I think Kawhi bounces back. The whole team was pretty quiet yesterday. Maybe if you want to go with Harden assists, but nah, I don't really see much. I like Vince Williams for points, but he's just been a solid player.
Yeah, I like Vince Williams for points. Somebody else said Vince Williams here. Fahrenheit said he likes Vince Williams points as well. Yeah, Vince Williams, I can get behind that. I also like, let me see, what do I will play
Jackson. You want
some
GG?
big rebounds. Oh, GG, yeah, GG. Yeah. I feel like when I play GG, he doesn't hit, but like I miss the games that he does well in. I don't know if that's the only reason I might not play GG because I just don't have good luck with him.
Sure.
But yeah, I'll probably be on some form of like Zubac rebounds. If he doesn't play, then like Plumlee. We'll see. We got to see this Clippers injury. Once I know that, I'll know a lot more of the props that I play in this one. All right. Next game on the slate, Miami Heat on the road, going to play New Orleans Pelicans. Pelicans are laying 3.5 here, opened up at 3. 219.5 is the total injury report for these two teams. And we have Jimmy Butler not on the injury report. Tyler Hero's questionable. Delon Wright just signed with the team. Terry Rozier's out. Josh Richardson is out for a while as well. And for the Pelicans, they just played yesterday. Brandon Ingram did not play, so we'll see if he will go today or if he's just going to miss both games in a back-to-back here. Pelicans on a back-to-back this season are close to the top of the league as well. 5-3 ATS. Scott getting a half point of movement here, -3.5 with the Pelicans.
I'm going to lean to New Orleans at home. Miami, I get they're healthy, and I know that they thrive in the underdog role, but New Orleans at home is very good, just simply put. Ingram didn't play yesterday, didn't matter. Zion ended up playing point forward, which I'm surprised they waited so long to unleash once again. And Zion had 9 assists, and I think he had like 25 or 27 points. So he was great last night. Houston can't guard him, so it is what it is. I just think Miami, they're going to figure it out at some point, at least by playoff time, maybe, but not right now, as far as I'm concerned. They played a little bit better pre-All-Star break, but first game
Oh,
out of the All-Star
whoa.
break, what?
Oh no, I was saying they're scorching pre-All-Star break. They
Yeah, they
won
were.
4 of the last 5, and then they
Yeah.
were 7-3 in their last 10 ATS.
But we mentioned it a second ago that some teams, maybe the Clippers, for example, the All-Star break came at the wrong time because you were finally playing good basketball and now momentum's completely shot. We'll see how they look first game out of the All-Star break because they did not play yesterday. I'm going to lean to New Orleans. I just think the size is going to be a problem. They're at home, which is a good sign. They're good in back-to-backs. And they coasted yesterday because they were up by 20 and change after 3 quarters. So I'm going to lean to the Pelicans here. This line just feels a bit short. I'm assuming
I
you're going to lean
understand
to
everything you
Miami.
said. Oh, not lean. I'm taking Miami. I
Okay.
mean, this is the spot, man. It's Miami as a dog. It's Miami as a dog. We know this spot. And it happens. It happens multiple times and it happens consistently. And I'm just not going to question it. I'm just going to back it. And
Right.
anytime I have questioned it, kind of gone against me. So yeah, no. Taking Miami for sure. Miami plus 3.5.
Any props you want to take?
Total is at 219.5. You can throw props in there too. Do you like anything on total props?
I think I'm going to lean over on the total. I don't know. Maybe it's just the fact this number just feels too low. I think both teams offensively can actually score a bit. I know Miami's defense has been better lately, pre-All-Star break. We'll see how they look out of the gates once again. New Orleans offensively, though, has been solid with or without Ingram, so I do think that they can score against this team. I just find this total a little bit low. New Orleans, the last 2 games, 133 against Washington, 127 against Houston. Miami, though, has been good defensively. Like, I'm aware of that. But Butler also missed a lot of those games because he had a death in the family, so offensively they were kind of underachieving. Still scored 123 against Milwaukee, had that low-scoring win against Philly. I think I'm going to lean to the over. I don't feel great about it, but I do think that this total feels a little bit short to me. Give me a game that lands in the low 220s. I'm assuming you like
could
the
get
under
behind.
if you're picking Miami.
I could get
right?
behind the under. Yeah, I could get behind it 219.5. I think the better play for me is I like New Orleans team total under, especially if BI doesn't play. If BI doesn't play, I think they're really going to struggle to score. I think BI is going to give them that extra option and something that can actually kind of, mess around with the Heat defense a little bit. But if you start funneling your offensive attempts through a couple of guys without Brandon Ingram, like Zion, CJ, I really think they're going to be able to give those guys problems. So with Brandon Ingram, maybe I don't play the team total under, but if Brandon Ingram is out and he's not playing in this one, yeah, I love the team total under for New Orleans. I don't think New Orleans is going to win if Brandon Ingram doesn't play, and I don't think they're going to score at all. This is going to be more further proof of how bad the Rockets are because it's going to look like a night and day team, which New Orleans has done all season. They've looked really good some days,
I don't
really
mind
bad
New
other days.
Orleans. I don't mind New Orleans without Ingram. I actually think they look pretty good without Ingram, but I've never been an Ingram guy.
But I think it's the Rockets more than
could be.
New Orleans looking good. I think the Rockets just suck.
Fair.
All right. The Milwaukee Bucks are looking for revenge against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Timberwolves laying 4.5 at home. 225.5 is the total. Really? Injury report here, and we have for the Milwaukee Bucks, Giannis is probable. Pat Connaughton is probable. Gallinari just signed with the team. No Chris Middleton. And for the Timberwolves, I have nothing.
Any part you want to take Milwaukee? Because I don't.
Nope.
Maybe they'll figure it out, but I'm not
Doc's got to win games eventually. Doc has to take this team on a run eventually. Like, I know it's fun. Like, I know it's super duper fun to see Doc do bad and wish on his downfall right now. And
they're too talented to
get off of it. Yeah, you're not going to be this bad for a long time. At the end of the day, you're not. So at some point they're going to go on a run. They just got literally destroyed by this team before the break. I think that's because that game was so close, it's fresh on the mind. You get automatic revenge going playing in Minnesota. I think that this is a different Bucks team after the All-Star weekend. So yeah, Bucks plus 4.5 here. I really think this is like a Ant 35 plus in a loss game.
I'm just going to lean to Minnesota. You might be right. You know, they had extra time off. Maybe they figured some things out during the vacation, but I just can't take Milwaukee until I actually see them play well. It's kind of an eye thing. Maybe it's just biased because I've seen them look really bad since Doc got there. If they figure it out, great. I'll wait to see until they figure it out. So I'm going to lean to Minnesota.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to get ahead of the curve, Scott. Got to get ahead of the curve. I think we're ahead of the curve here. Why is this line not moved off 4.5? They destroyed them. This should have moved. This should be like 5.5 for now.
Are you
Maybe
sure it didn't
6.5.
move? Because I saw 3.5 when I made the lines.
Oh, did you?
And
Then,
I guess now it's at 4.5. So I think it did move. But
oh, really?
You might
Even
be
when
right.
I checked last night. Even when I checked last night, I still saw 4.5. So maybe it did.
I know you might be right, but I'm just not going to invest in Milwaukee until I see that they even look competent. So
and they lost. And the last time out, they lost against the Grizzlies, bro. It started their All-Star weekend with a loss to the Grizzlies. This is the ultimate bounce back spot. I'm probably gonna be talking about Milwaukee at the end of the show. And if Milwaukee fails, then I just know that I can't trust them at all anymore.
I might just wait for Milwaukee at home for them to bounce back. I'm not sure about a road game in Minnesota, but fair.
All right. Wait. No, hold on. 225 is total. Player props.
I'm not taking an under with Milwaukey. I can't take an under.
Yeah, I
with
wouldn't.
Milwaukee.
I'm actually kind of shocked that it's low. Maybe that's giving Minnesota's defense a lot of credit, but I think Minnesota's going to score because the defense is so bad. And like I said, I think Ant is in for 35. So give me the Ant props. Like I think Ant's in for 35 today, but I just think it's going to be 35 in a loss, which is probably a sizable parlay. I'm not going to lie. Let's see what that is.
Probably.
Let's see what that pays while you tell me any other props you like.
I think I like Giannis rebounds in this game. Somebody's going to have to rebound. We know Lopez isn't exactly a great rebounder for his size. They still have Towns. They still have Gobert. Give me Giannis to battle on the boards. I think he's in line for a good game here. Do you think Milwaukee potentially, I don't think they're going to do this, but they have done it in the past. Is there a chance they use the 3 big man lineup and put Portis in there? They got to try something, right? I mean, Middleton's been injured, and they got to try something.
Yeah, definitely. Like because of the size and length that the Timberwolves pose. Like I'm pretty sure at some point you'll definitely see a lineup like that. And it's because Portis can actually, sometimes spot up, shoot from the corner as well. So like it doesn't, and Brook Lopez as well can hit from the corner. So like they still are able to spread the floor, and that's probably going to be a lineup at some point. At least I would think so. It sounds like a Doc thing to do.
I didn't say it was going to work, but I'm just speculating because right now what Milwaukee's trying to do offensively or even defensively just has not worked. They might just start experimenting with the lineups.
And now you got more, more Pat Bev too. He gonna get them. Like as he goes on, he's gonna get that team better.
Oh, they're terrible defensively. That's the only thing Pat Bev does.
Yeah, like every team Pat Bev is on, they're actually good defensively. Like I can't remember the last team that he was on legitly where they were not good defensively. Chicago, Philly, like they were pretty good. Minnesota stepped up when he was there. Like, yeah. All right, 30 and a Bucks win is 5-1. Let's see what 35 is.
Wait, for who? Dame or for
Ant.
Giannis? Oh, Ant. Okay, sorry.
Ant.
Right.
Because I think Ant is gonna fall on deaf ears.
I didn't realize you were going for the reverse correlation thing. Okay.
Yep, reverse correlation here. 12-1 for 35.
It's not bad.
Yeah, reverse correlation. Because I really do think there's nobody that's going to stop him. Like, there's nobody on that team that's going to stop him. So he should really get what he wants. But I just think the Bucks are going to, as a team, shoot the ball a lot better. Denver Nuggets on the road. Going to play the Portland Trailblazers. Open up at 10, now down to 9.5. 218.5 is the total injury report. And we have, we'll see. Looks like a TBD on KCP and Braxton.
Denver played yesterday, but it didn't matter. They were killing Washington by 30. So I'm assuming everyone's going to play in this game.
Portland, Jabari Walker questionable. Scoot Henderson is out, and no Shadian Sharp, no Malcolm Brogdon, no Moses Brown. Denver back this season 3-7.
I'm assuming not great, if I had to guess.
3-7 ATS.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah. They don't strike me as a team that shows up with a lot of energy playing the second night of a back-to-back. Portland's terrible. But Portland's been competitive against this team on occasion.
I'm taking Portland. I mean, I really think Portland. The last game was competitive, and really the game, the score really wasn't ridiculous. Those games are kind of competitive. Portland wasn't out of it. Like they were not out of it.
I think they played back-to-backs, and Portland almost won the second meeting, and the first meeting was even close.
Yeah, and they just kind of what was it like? The Nuggets pulled away in the first one, and then the second one, Portland was there like the whole way. And
yeah, second one they choked it. They completely fell apart down the stretch. But yeah, Portland I think was winning at halftime in the second.
And it's Denver on the road. Like
I'm so anti-Portland though. I'm just fed up with this Portland team. But this might just be a spot where Denver wins, it doesn't cover. There's no style points. They just win by like 6, you know?
It's not cute, but it gets the job done. It gets the W on the board and you move on.
I really think you might get a better line in play. That's kind of the only concern I have. I think at some point the line might be double digits, and then you might end up seeing it kind of balloon open, and then Denver lets Portland sneak through the back door. I mean, Portland under for the win total was my lock on the Western Conference show, so I'm clearly down on this team. But they have been decent against Denver. I think I'm going to lean to Denver. I probably am just going to expect Portland to struggle to get stops defensively late in the game. I don't feel great about this game once again. A lot of games with back-to-backs for some teams that I don't feel great about at all. But if I'm going to fade
it's
Portland
like, and you're playing a
entirely,
back-to-back.
No, I get it.
Yeah, like in the beginning, right after the All-Star break. Like I just think that scheduling is so stupid.
Just give me Jokic triple-double and I'll call it a day.
Yeah, I like
kind of how I'm looking at it, but yeah,
I feel it. I like it.
I'm going to lean Denver, but nothing that strong. I'm going to lean to the under in the game, though. Total feels a bit high. You're looking at the first 2 meetings this season, and each actually no, it's 218.5. I thought it was 228.5. I misread that. Portland team total under. They've scored less than 109 in both meetings. I think they might struggle offensively against this team. Yeah, once again, not exactly a strong opinion on this matchup, but I'll lean Jokic triple-double. Give me player props, and I'll just get out of the way.
You know who I do feel good about is the fact that we have our second birthday game today. One Jamal Murray.
Okay.
Shout out to Jamal Murray, whose birthday
Portland's
is
a bad
also
team,
today.
So that's the problem. You know, usually Jamal Murray saves good performances for good teams.
I know.
So
I know.
That's the issue.
It's all right. You got to have a little bit of doubt there. There's always got to be a little bit of doubt. Jamal Murray over 19.5. And let's see how far we can ladder that up to and get Jamal Murray. I'm going to have a parlay going for one birthday. The birthday parlay is going to hit with these guys, man. And it's going to be glorious. All right. Jamal Murray, 25 plus 230. 30 plus is at 7-1. So you can get some nice odds on Jamal Murray today, who could show out for his birthday.
Do you think he shows out with points or with a double-double?
Oh, a double-double.
I'm trying to think of like the classic Murray script here where he can do both, and maybe he just shoots terribly, but he still has 10 assists. Maybe.
Possibly. It's 4-1 for the double-double. You've given me something else to think about. I appreciate that.
That's why I'm here.
All right. Let's see here. Next game on the docket. We have the Charlotte Hornets on the road going to play the Golden State Warriors. Warriors open up -14, now down to -13. 229.5 is total injury report here for these two teams. And we'll see LaMelo Ball and the Warriors both played back-to-backs yesterday. So we'll see about LaMelo Ball. He has a TBD next to his name. Davis Bertans, Gary Payton. And how are they doing on back-to-backs? We have for the Charlotte Hornets. I don't think it matters because this is a completely different team, but 6-3 ATS, very good, top of the league, back-to-backs this season. Golden State not far behind them, 6-4-1.
I'm already too invested in this team at this point. Give me the Hornets. Like I have to, right?
Yeah.
Sprinkle on the money line. I mean, why not? Why not?
5 in a row?
Five. I mean, they've won 4 in a row. I'll tell you what, if you've been betting it, you've been rolling over profit. And if you listened to me yesterday when I said Hornets plus 9.5 is my lock, and I even said take some on the money line, then you're free rolling. You're free rolling this game. So, like, I'm going to do it. Charlotte has been mispriced by the markets for the last couple weeks. And Golden State, yes, I know LeBron didn't play. They coasted. Nice win against a team that's near them in the play-in standings. Now you have an immediate back-to-back against a Charlotte team in a separate conference. You know the Warriors play next?
Mm-hmm.
You know they play next?
I looked in the chat, so I cheated, but it's Denver.
They play Denver. They play Denver on Sunday, which is a perfect sandwich spot to just no-show a home game. Give me Charlotte. Lakers before and Denver after? Sure, I'll take Charlotte plus the 13 in this game.
All right.
I'm assuming you agree with it. It's a perfect sandwich spot to fade this team.
Yep. 100%. 100%. Fade them. Plus 13. You got to sprinkle on the money line, because if the money line hits and you have plus 13 in your pocket, you're going to be pretty pissed that you didn't hit it. So got to sprinkle on the money line there when you're taking a dog this high. Charlotte plus 13. I mean, they've just been good, bro. They've been good. They've went, hey, man. And Trevor just beat me to it. Literally just beat me to it. The Grant Williams experience is real. Like, it's real.
He was great yesterday.
Oh, man. He was doing everything but rebound basketball. Like, it was really, really good. So, yeah, man. I'm there. I'm here. I'm bought into this Charlotte team. Plus 13.
They've earned my trust already, so I'm on board.
229.5 is total player props. Anything else you want to add?
I think I'm going to lean under. Charlotte's actually been good defensively. Really, really good defensively for the last couple of games. It's a big reason why they keep winning. Even the game against Utah yesterday, they gave up like 14 points in the fourth quarter. Like they were really good defensively. I'm going to lean under. I think this number's a bit high. I get the argument is Golden State plays up tempo, but defensively they've been better too. But Charlotte defensively gave 102 to Indiana, held Atlanta in check, held Utah in check. They've been really good defensively. I'm going to go with the under.
All right.
I'm assuming you
third birthday game. Yes, I do. I like the under.
Okay.
Third birthday game. Andrew Wiggins. Happy birthday, Andrew Wiggins. 15 plus points is plus 150.
Okay.
His line's set at 12.5. 20 is 6-1. So
it's not bad.
I appreciate that we're not like, these are not insane numbers to hit. You guys just gotta yes, like they're not insane. 19.5, 12.5. These aren't insane numbers to hit, guys. Like, come on. I just need you for a day. I just need you for a day. That's it. Come on. Let's be reasonable about this. All right.
Doesn't Curry always hit like 8 threes in every game against Charlotte? he just kills Charlotte every time they play.
Hey, man.
He's done it for a long time.
Hometown team. All those years on the Charlotte bench. Like, yeah.
Yeah. It feels like he always kills Charlotte. So
yeah, I'm with you. I might actually have to play a step prop. San Antonio Spurs on the road catching 10 against the Los Angeles Lakers. 240.5 is total. Looks like LeBron's playing. Likely to play for LeBron. We'll see about Cam Reddish. No Jaron Vanderbilt. No Christian Wood. No Gabe Vincent. San Antonio Spurs, we'll see. Don't have anything yet, but they're on a back-to-back as well. So we got two more teams on a back-to-back. This scheduling is just horrible. Like,
it's a terrible job, Adam Silver. It's a horrible job.
Horrible scheduling.
Yeah.
3-7 on back-to-backs for the Los Angeles Lakers and 3-6 for the San Antonio Spurs. ATS.
But how much do you factor in the back-to-back record? Because usually LeBron plays the first game and sits the second game. Like, is it different? Because it seems like the Lakers usually, they usually sit a lot of people for the second game.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of the issue. So,
but are you really laying 10 with the Lakers against anybody?
I don't want to. No, I don't think I want to. The Spurs had the Kings on the ropes yesterday and then fell apart late because of the Spurs. Wemby almost had a 5x5. I believe he was 1 assist short of a 5x5.
Yep.
He's so damn good, man. As soon as he either figures out how to shoot a jump shot or he stops taking them, he's just running the league. He's going to win many Defensive Player of the Year awards. Like, he's really, really, really good, both offensively and defensively. But the Lakers, they lost to the Spurs earlier this season, so I know the Spurs can actually handle this team to some
Is
degree.
he not in Defensive Player of the Year? Oh, I'm so sorry for everyone. But is he
I think
not in
he is
Defensive
in the
Player of the Year?
running, but
Is he in the running?
Gobert's like minus 1,000. It's over. Like Gobert's minus 1,000. That market's basically dead already. Especially
Don't
with
they
the
have
fact
voter fatigue? God damn.
they're not going to give it to Wemby anyway because the Spurs suck. You have to be on a good team to win Defensive Player, and
Really?
the Timberwolves might be the 1 seed. Yeah, you can go down the line. Pretty much every Defensive Player of the Year winner is on a winning team. So the only award that usually doesn't matter with a good record is Rookie of the Year, which is why Wemby's probably going to win that one. But yeah, Gobert's running away with Defensive Player. I think I'm going to lean to the Spurs here. If they get buried, it is what it is, but I can't lay 10.5 with the Lakers. Even with LeBron playing, he's clearly not 100% because he missed the first game out of the All-Star break. So if you're going to give me a compromised LeBron and you're going to give me a Lakers team that I think we all don't really like that much, I'm going to take the points. So give me the Spurs plus 10.5.
All right. Yeah, I'm taking the Spurs. I'm not taking the Lakers. I just, but I feel like this is. I don't know. So had 30. What he had 35 yesterday? Or was it 32?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, to be
Something
fair,
like,
Sabonis did play yesterday. I thought he wasn't going to. That's why I leaned to the Spurs on the show. And then Sabonis played, and they kept it close anyway. So yeah,
yeah,
I
I'm taking the
a high
Spurs.
scoring game. I like the over.
I'm taking the Spurs. Vassell's hot. He's gonna do it again. We're back on Vassell again today. Just keep while the iron's hot. Just strike again. AD should really dominate glass if he plays.
He should. Yeah.
Really, really should. I like the over for the game. Think points. I think they're just gonna run. Like I think this is gonna be like 127, 124 type final. Maybe 120 type final, something like that. All right. Anything else you got?
No. That's basically it. I said I like the over. Wemby blocks. I'm tempted by 2, but yeah, I just see a lot of points in this game.
Oh, almost forgot our last birthday game. D'Angelo Russell.
Nice.
Happy birthday.
Okay.
Happy birthday, my guy, D'Angelo Russell. Hey, man, I'm just saying, all of these are really doable. 18.5 for D'Angelo Russell on his points. D'Angelo Russell, I would actually consider for a double-double as well. Because
This has been good, but they're inflated when LeBron doesn't play. I'm hoping it carries over in games that LeBron actually plays in, but we'll see.
Yeah, what possibility, but points is there. And he went on a run in that second. Like after midnight struck on the East Coast, I was watching the game and he hit like back threes, and I'm like, dang, I should have took his live points. It was there for the taking. As soon as 12 hit, I should have took the live points because he hit back threes as soon as that happened. I think he was at the line actually, and then he hit cash 2 at the line, then back threes. That's a quick 8 points. All right. Yeah. 18.5 D'Angelo Russell. His what's his 20. I'm sure 20. Where's it at? Okay, there we go. Boom. 20 plus points for D'Angelo Russell is plus 110. 25. If you want to get real freaky with D'Angelo Russell, plus 350. All right. Lock. For my lock. Can we just fade?
Well, you said you were thinking about Milwaukee, but that might be a dog for you.
Yeah. I mean, we can just go ahead and bury the lead there. Milwaukee's definitely the dog. Plus 150. Plus 150 to get it done. You got after the All-Star break, you just got killed by this team the week before All-Star, and then you had that embarrassing loss to Memphis. You got to bounce back here. I was taking Milwaukee no matter what. So Milwaukee plus 150. That's my dog. For my lock. Yeah, I kind of just wanted. Houston's really bad, man.
They are. That they are.
Yeah, I'm gonna fade Houston. Give me the Suns -4. I'm not gonna think too hard about it. Yeah, Houston's good as a dog at home, but like the eye test is just this team is bad, and I don't think that they're gonna get up. And Phoenix, they've been okay. They've gotten a lot better. They're on a run. They're hunting for playoff seeding. Sure, I'll go ahead and take Phoenix to right the ship on a back-to-back. So Phoenix -4, Milwaukee for the dog plus 150. Scott, over to you.
All right. So for my lock, trying to think if there's any specific side I want. I really just thought about taking the over in the Hawks game and just calling it a day, which I might do, but 246.5. I mean, there is a 245.5 available that I can take. I also thought about Cleveland, but I want confirmation that Mitchell's going to play, but I really just don't want anything to do with Philly right now. I think I'm just going to go with, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to go with Cleveland minus the 4.5. I just can't trust Philly right now. It's not their fault. Their best player got hurt. It is what it is. It's not very good. Cleveland, they lost. You might remember that home game where they were on the massive winning streak where Philly got the job done. So it's a nice revenge spot for this Cavs team after losing to this exact same opponent about a week or two ago. But the Sixers have just been objectively not very good. So I'm going to go with Cleveland, hoping Mitchell plays in this game. So once again, if he doesn't, you might want to try to lightly. But I do think Cleveland's going to look sharper. Give me Cleveland to get the job done here, minus 4.5 as my lock. For my dog, I mean, I don't think I can take Charlotte, but I kind of want to take Charlotte. What's the price on Charlotte? I might just go nuts with this. Why not? I just want to see what the price is out of curiosity.
Let's see.
Honorable mention, by the way, was Charlotte plus 13 as my lock. Plus 650.
I have Charlotte at plus 6. Yes, at plus 650. Do it.
It's
Do it.
probably going to lose, but I'm going to have fun with it.
Do it.
Give me Charlotte money line at plus 650. I can't keep tweeting about them covering every single.
It's power in words, Scott. Don't say that.
Yeah.
It's power in words.
Well, I was going to say they've won 4 straight outright as dogs. It's a fun narrative. It's a very bad scheduling spot for the Warriors. Sandwich spot in between the Lakers and the Nuggets. I'll take it. Give me the Hornets money line at plus 650.
Okay. So here's what I have for you here. For the birthday parlay. OKC minus 16. Happy birthday, Mark Dagnall. D'Angelo Russell over 2.5 threes made. Happy birthday, D'Lo. Jamal Murray over 19.5 points. Happy birthday, Jamal Murray. Andrew Wiggins over 12.5 points. Happy birthday, Andrew Wiggins. That pays plus 940. I also laddered it. So I kept the OKC minus 16. But I put D'Lo at 4+ threes, Wiggins at 15+ points, and Jamal Murray at 25+ points for 40-1. That doesn't seem like, I don't feel like I'm asking for a lot there. D'Lo can go 4 for 10, 4 for 12 from 3. Like he can. I feel like I'm not asking for a lot there. I'm really not. So let's go, fellas. This is the birthday vibes. I need you with us. I need you with me. All right. We got underdog. Oh, wait, and tomorrow. Appreciate it. I didn't get to say that. Tomorrow, appreciate the cash and appreciate the birthday love. Appreciate everybody that shouted me out on the birthday. Appreciate you. Underdog. Let's go ahead and drop an underdog lineup, too. It's a lot of plays today, Scott. We're giving out a lot of plays today. A lot of winning plays today, might I add. Let's see here. What do we rebounds? Yeah, I can get behind AD. Chet over 2.5 blocks. Higher than 2.5 blocks, I mean.
I'm worried about a blowout, but I think he's probably going over. So.
Okay, concern about the blowout is pretty good concern there. Let's go find AD. Hopefully he plays. I mean, he's been pretty good about playing. So it's 13.5, and I'm really not scared. I didn't even know it was 13.5, but I'm really not afraid of the 13.5, to be honest. Okay.
Any other props that you want to talk about?
Let's go with Joker PRA.
Do they have? I was curious if the triple double would be a spicy
1.25x. We can take triple double. I'm fine.
It's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad.
He's got to secure this MVP too. At the end of the day, even though I feel like he kind of doesn't care. He needs more and more good stat lines and just go ahead and put it to bed. So yeah, I can go with the triple double. Spicy 1.25x spicy.
You
And
want to go shave first quarter points if they have it?
Ooh,
the exotic market, the first
9.5. Yep, I like it. Under 10.
Sure.
Anything under 10 for Shea in the first quarter is a good play for me. So there we go. This is a really, really good. All right. Jokic, higher half a triple double, 1.25x spicy. Anthony Davis, higher 13.5 rebounds. And Shea Gilgis Alexander, SGA, higher, 9.5 first quarter points. It's going to pay out 7.5x. So $50 gets you $375. $100 gets you $750. $10 gets you $75. Go out there, have a great day. Everybody have a great day. Appreciate everybody for rocking with us. Go do something I would do today. I just imagine what I would do today. Matter of fact, think of a bet that I would place today. What is a bet that I would 100% place? And go place that bet. And hopefully we cash. Other than that, Scott, anything else you have to say before we get up out of here?
No, happy birthday once again, and let's have a good weekend.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Other than that, got 66 people in the stream. Let's get 66 likes on the way out. If you really want to say happy birthday, that's the way you can say happy birthday. Just give me a like. Other than that, everybody else on podcast, 5-star rating and review. Hey, it could even be bad. You could honestly shit talk me on my birthday. Just make it 5 stars. That's all I need. Other than that, nothing else to say, nothing else to do. No other way of ending the podcast. Just going to end it like this. We are out of here.